Hey guys, here we are for another Vintage League and getting prepped for the VSL in a couple weeks and playing Dr. Sealine. We played him the other day and he was on a Bob Storm list, I believe. So we're going to keep this a great hand, certainly against Storm, and removing his graveyard, and of course having the Bazaar is really huge here. But of course we have no idea what they're on. This hand really just has it all. The only thing I would trade perhaps is one of the Mindbreak Traps for a Force of Will or a Mental Misstep. It's otherwise literally perfect. The Leyline takes away the graveyard of a Storm player. I've got the Hollow one, turn one. I've also got, if my opponent chooses to go crazy, I've got Mindbreak Traps here, very strong. One. Well, please don't be a Tinker. That's close. Ancestral Recall. Okay. See if we can find a misstep here. Did not find a misstep, unfortunately. But I could take that Ancestral out of his hand. I think I do that, right? I think so. I'm just going to take it out of his hand. I really don't want him doing anything. And yeah, let's just do it. Woo! Wow, Bargain is scary. Yeah, he can cast it too. One. Cast another one, please. If you draw a second ritual, that's sweet. He did too. Well, it's going to feel bad. It should just be a concession, I think. Now I get this party going here. Yeah, pretty sweet, man. Having the Mindbreak Trap there with a backup to boot. And of course, my opponent is Hellbent. I think that's going to do her here. And let's see what we had here. Let's hit another stinky. Okay. I mean, next turn we just kill with Colligan, right? I don't feel the need to really strip anything out of my opponent's hand here. And I don't think there's literally any card in my opponent's deck that is going to phase me here. Excuse my ignorance, but you know, like Yogg Wheels and no contest, right? Yeah, Sensei stuff. Cool. All right. I guess Time Walk would be all right here. Even PO is, like, if he gets us going somehow, is irrelevant because I've got the Mindbreak Trap. The next turn we're just plowing in for 1,000,000 damage. Yeah, so maybe a Time Walk here. No. Vampiric. All right, you got it. What you don't realize, though, is you're dead right now. 2 bridges. That's a 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. I've never seen that second piece of Dragon Kolaghan ever come into effect. Whenever an opponent casts a creature or a planeswalker spell with the same name as a card in their graveyard, player loses 10 life. Yeah, I mean, it's just irrelevant. Okay. So we're playing against Storm. I feel like the Dread Return package doesn't matter that much. We can just kind of attrition them out, right? I feel like Unmask is probably quite solid against them. As far as graveyard hate, they could be running Tormod's Crypts, I suppose. I'm not too worried about it. We've got so much good stuff going here. Perfect. Wish we had a counterspell in hand outside of the misstep, but I'll definitely take it. We've got the ability to dig. What would kill us is a Leyline. There's nothing we can do against Leyline. If our opponent has that, we cheated. Off to a good start here. I'll pay the 2 life. I don't really want them seeing what I have. Huh, that was a bad draw. Looking for Force of Will. Yeah, none of these are any good. So get rid of those. So we're in a bit of a vulnerable spot here. I mean, it's not going to be easy for them to storm out, but they got a bunch of, missteps into, dark rituals into a bargain. I'm in a ton of trouble. Good news is that if they don't kill me here, I feel like we have a reasonable chance to get something going here. Yeah, like this is irrelevant, right? I don't know why they're. I guess Duress is fine when they're playing against Pitch Dredge. I was going to say I'm not sure why they kept Duress in, but it is reasonable. They took the misstep out of my hand last turn. That's pretty good, like against Dark Rituals, etc. Ancestrals, Dark Rituals, your Ponders and Preordains. Of note how good Leyline is against Storm. Demonic Tutor, okay. I guess he's going to probably go look for an Acropotence. I also guess he can get a Tormod's Crypt. I don't know if he's running Hate or not. Like a Cage really screws us up. So let's go. One. Let's see if we can avoid a ravenous trap here. We got trapped. Okay. It's not the worst. I'm not going to do this. I mean, I could. But I'm not going to. Should I take something out of his hand? No. I'm going to be greedy here, guys. I feel like I need to get my engine going. I'm in better shape than he is. Excuse my ignorance, but that's how I feel. I need to get my stuff going. Defense grip, yeah, totally fine. Take a look what's going on. I like the way I sequenced that there. I still got my stinkweed in the graveyard, and Unmask is going to allow me to, yeah, get the card that's scary, right? Chain of Vapors, totally fine. Does absolutely nothing. Okay, here we go. Discard 3, okay. And let's hit here, guys. Great. We got a bunch of bridges, and yeah, let's take the chain out of his hand. They can cast it if they want. Okay. No, I don't think there's anything else I can do here that's of any relevance. So off we go to the races here. The next turn, once again, I think we're going to probably be able to close this out. I guess we won't be able to kill them next turn. But because we've taken out our speed kills, just more of a controlling type of hand. Chooses to not shuffle, okay, but they shuffled. I wonder what they kept on hand. Maybe an ancestral? Brainstorm, okay. They are working themselves up to a higher density of mana here. Always a good idea to keep an eye on what's going on in your yard. I don't think I'm going to do anything here. I'm just going to draw. Reason is I don't want to get hit with something like an ancestral, guys. That was actually really not a good turn, was it? No, do I have anything going on here? I don't really. guess really one of my only enablers right now is 3rd. And I think I've only got one left in my deck. So we're not in... This is very disappointing, to be honest with you. Time walk, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna... It's one of the worst ways to die is to get ancestral doubt. Alright. Fetches are now turned off. Alright. A little bit of a stinker there, wasn't it?